Coming up, Vermont schools. Vermont schools? They have them there? Forbid common nouns for your kid. Don't say sons and daughters. CAT, Vermont's Department of Health, is urging teachers and coaches to adopt more inclusive language in schools by avoiding terms like son and daughter. Say child or kid instead. I'm troubled by this. I mean, it's the students don't have kids. How often does it come up? Like, hey, little Billy, how's your son?
Right. I was confused by this for the same reason.
The kids got to be confused now. It's like, I don't have kids. Why does this matter?
I just don't also know why there ever needs to be like official government pronouncements on this kinds of stuff. Like a son or daughter, almost always fine.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a child, though, you've seen photos, extremely androgynous looking.
Mm-hmm.
So I would my parents would get a lot of, and this is your child.
Yes.
But people knew they had to do that because I just love flannel and like the short hair or whatever.
In front of you, they just said
and I was like, yeah, sure. But it's not like people can figure this out on their own.
Exactly.
Most people are completely fine with son or daughter. Mm-hmm. If you're not sure, it's funny to look back on, like in my situation, but it's not, this is not what we need the government to be involved in.
So here's my theory, Kelly O'Grady. These so-called incremental, like, moments of social progress are there in replace of actual improvements in education. So we know Billy can't read or do math, but we figured out all the preferred pronouns.
No, I totally agree. We're focusing on this instead of ensuring that our kids know how to, do math, read, speak well, communicate well. That's not what they're focusing on in China. They're saying, okay, how fast can you do your calculus?
Yeah.
We were just talking about what drives, us to be stressed. This is what drives me to be stressed. Actually, worrying I'm going to get canceled if I say the wrong thing when you're just being well-meaning.
Yeah, parents don't need to worry about this stuff. You want to know where the stress comes from. It's this crap. Tyrus, last word to you.
I looked at this differently. I looked at it as an attack on parents. Because the ones who are calling to ask about my son or daughter is mom and dad. So when you call and you say, hey, I'm checking on my son. Oh, no, we don't use that here. So there's a wall. And again, a lot of these, especially we see in California, a lot of these rules seem to be protecting the groomers, not the children. So now when you, even just a call to check on your child, there's a wall in front of you. How is my daughter? Oh, we don't use that here. Oh, hold on. You hear the sound of my car, walk in, we're out of school, let's go. We're done.
What?
They're protecting the groomers and they're protecting the pedophiles with these laws that are alienating the parents. I'm not calling the damn school because every time I call, I have to use a pronoun. So this is an attack on mom and dad, and we should be paying attention to this a lot more closely than just, oh, it's just how we address to Kat's great point. No kid calls another kid son or daughter unless you're playing Madden and you're like, I own you, son, but that's completely different.
But in that case, it's gender neutral.
It's gender neutral, yeah.
Wasn't this just confused? I mean, Jamie, you're always confused.
Yeah.
Isn't this even more confusing?
It is, and Tyrus made such a great point. I'm just picturing, I call the school and I go, hey, is my son there? They go, we don't use that. And I go, okay, is the penis, he goes, the penis owner? I go, no, the breast proprietor. And then I go, you know what? I'm just going to have their mom call you back. Oh, not their mom, my bank account owner. I'll have her call back.
Well, it's very disturbing. Up next, delay your snooze for the latest viral news. Tonight on Should We Be Concerned, sloth fever has entered the U.S. Jamie, the Oropost virus, otherwise known as sloth fever, has been detected in the U.S. after travelers returning from Cuba and Brazil contracted it. Are these people banging sloths?
Yeah, I feel like if you wanted to, you probably could. It's a.
They're not very fast.
They're not fat. Let me tell you something. If you get this disease and if you get bitten by a sloth, I have some follow-ups. I have some. How lazy are you? If you get, what's next? You're gonna get tickled by Chris Christie? Like, put your.
No. Sloth, it's not easy to bang a sloth, actually. Because remember that one time?
We came into five. So we came into five, right? And they had the zoo people.
Yeah,
and you
I
guys
wanted to
know
meet
I
the
love
penguins.
animals.
Yeah.
And so I walked in, I was like, is that a three-toed sloth?
And the lady was like, "Get away!"
Well, yes, it is. I'm like,
Yeah.
can I hold it? Nobody holds the sloth.
Yeah.
I was like, why? She's like, they're dangerous. And I was like, I feel like I could move from that. And Kat laughed to be supportive, and the lady was like,
Yeah, she didn't think it was funny.
No. They're very protective of their sloths.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you'd have to get through her if you wanted to do that.
Yeah. Kelly, what do you think? Do you think we should ban all sloths from coming to America until we get this under control?
Well, okay, so I had to research this because it's transmitted by mosquitoes. And so I was like, okay, so if I'm bit by a sloth, it's fine. Well, okay, maybe not, but get rid of the mosquitoes. The thing though is they need to totally rebrand this. I was like, oh, is this like sloth fever? Like I don't know, you want a nap or maybe what's happening with Gen Z in the workplace?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Should we have sloths wear masks? Let's make sloths wear masks, at least indoors. Maybe a 6-foot rule. People would stay away from the sloth. Am I talking to myself?
Yeah.
What's going on?
well,
Is this a dream I'm having again? It's that dream.
I'm trying to answer you, but I got bit. Uh-oh. Got him.
Kat, are they sloth shaming?
No, I actually don't want to get bitten by a mosquito and then contract a related illness. Is that weird?
Wouldn't it be amazing if you got bit by the mosquito and you got the sloth and your baby came out and it was a sloth? That's how science works. Do you guys know the evolutionary theory? That's how monkeys became people.
You know, that would make me really, really, really famous, but I would, I'd be horrifically disappointed.
Yeah, you'd be the mother of sloth baby.
I have a one-season show on TLC. And that's, yeah.
Sloth
Getting in
baby.
fights every time someone says, "Is your kid slow?"
Yeah.
It would be adorable, and you would love it as if it were your own.
Well, it would be. Can't get much more my own than this.
Yeah. I think Cam might have a question or two.
Yeah. What were you doing in Australia, Kat?
They're in the Amazon, Gutfeld. Come on,
Okay.
man.
All right, we'll be right back.